Well, you know, I'm always passionate about bringing information to our general public, especially our immigrant community. And this is a great combination, right? Sophia Curtise, get this, guys. She runs an immigration and tax services. Is a perfect combination. Now, Naava Taxes have been providing this service for quite a while now. And coming November 18th, they will be having an immigration symposium right here in NYC. Let's bring on right now, of course, Sophia Curtise. Sophia, how are you?
I'm doing great, George. How are you doing today?
Doing great. You're looking great. Great
Thank
information.
you.
I am very, very excited about Naava Tax and Immigration Services. Tell me a little bit about the services you provide.
Thank you for having me, George. So I'm Boss Lady Sophie, and I am the CEO of Naava Tax and Immigration Services. Now, I provide a blend of taxes and immigration. So my expertise, I provide a blend of taxes and immigration for immigrants.
Nice.
Yes, I am a global immigration consultant and
Yes.
I am an enrolled agent for the IRS.
Oh,
Yes, and with my blend of both taxes and immigration, I am able to help immigrants not only by navigating the US immigration laws, but also to help them with their challenges with their taxes as they find their footing in the United States.
nice. It's beautiful. First, let us talk about taxes. Immigration
Yes.
is big.
Yes.
I want to get deep into it, but taxes specifically, what type of service do you provide as it relates to taxes?
So as it relates to taxes, I provide individual tax preparation services as well as business tax services.
Oh, I need you. I need you. I need you. Sophia, I need you. Go ahead. Yes.
And I also provide ITIN services for my immigrant community.
Uh-huh.
So they come into the United States and, basically I educate them on staying, in compliance with IRS regulations. So even though, they came into the country, they're undocumented, but there are rules to follow. So I educate my immigrant community on the process of applying for an ITIN and also, maintaining their, basically their independence by filing their tax returns. I educate them on the different types of things that they could do with this ITIN with this ITIN number, because ITIN is just, it's not just limited to basically, okay, I work, I want to file my taxes.
Right.
You could use this ITIN to get a home loan.
Whoa.
Use it to rent an apartment.
Explain to them, especially
Yes.
in our Caribbean community, about that item.
Yes. So an ITIN is basically saying that, hey, I'm in the United States.
Yes.
I am undocumented,
Yes.
but I am working and I want to report my taxes. So the IRS provides this number for that reason.
Right.
But it is recognized federally, and most states will recognize this number. So if you're here in the United States and you are undocumented and you are earning, what are earnings? You're self-employed. You're working for someone, you're babysitting, you're doing a caregiver job, you're running an Uber, anything that you do to earn income, it's called income.
Wow.
All right. So you have an obligation, right?
Yes.
To report that income and file your tax returns every year.
I know what people are asking, but they'll be like,
Yes.
so if I get an I-10, then they're going to know I am undocumented, and then immigration are going to come after me. Does that open up individuals?
Yes, and this is a frequently asked question, Junior. A lot of individuals are scared, but like I said, it is the IRS that provides this number.
Right.
And the IRS and U.S. immigration, they are independent.
Yes. Very
They are
important that you do
independent.
that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So an individual who is undocumented should not be worried that, hey, oh my God, I'm working, I'm sending this information over to the IRS. Your information is protected by the IRS.
Right. It's
Yes.
important. It's important. So
Yes.
you're saying, as it relates to taxes, if you live in the United States undocumented, you could get an I-10 similar to a social security number, right?
Yes, yes. That's if you're not eligible to get a social at this time.
Right. Okay. And you could use that to file taxes. And let's roll that over to immigration now. What are the
Yes.
benefits, right, for
Yes.
undocumented filing the taxes when it comes to them adjusting their status?
Well, one thing that this filing of a tax return does for an individual, Junior, is basically to show presence in the United States.
Right.
It shows presence, and it also shows good moral character.
Yes.
That, hey, I'm in the United States, I'm undocumented, but I'm being in compliant. I'm staying in compliant. I've been a good person. Right. Even though I've been undocumented, but I've been filing my taxes, I've been following the rules. So this is a plus. And like I said, George, it's not only filing taxes. You can own a home with this I-10, right? You could build your credit with this I-10. You could get a auto loan with this I-10. So there are so many benefits in getting this I-10.
Absolutely great. Now,
yes.
So we spoke about taxes. Now let's go into immigration services now. So you have this I-10 and you built all this credit and goodwill on that I-10. How does that roll over now when you do get a social security number?
Hey, good question, Junior.
I've been trying my best.
Great question. So you have this I-10, right? The IRS has your tax history. Once you get, your information, well, once you get your status, your green card, and you get your social, that tax history is transferred over to your social security number. Yes. So it will show that history like, hey, I've been filing my taxes. If you owe, for example, if you've accumulated any type of liability over the years.
Right.
That will also be transferred to your social security number.
And the credit, of course, you say you could.
And the credit as well, yes.
Beautiful.
And the credit as well.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So it is a major incentive for folks living in the US here, undocumented, to get this I-10. And of course, they could get it through you.
Yes. I am an acceptance agent for the IRS where I'm authorized to process I-10 applications.
That is beautiful.
Yes.
Guys, you don't have to search any longer. Just give her a call. I'll give you her number. Just put it on speed dial and give her a call right now. So immigration services, give me a list of things that you do as it relates to immigration services here.
Yes, George. So as a global immigration consultant, George, I specialize in marriage-based green cards.
Nice.
So what does this look like? If there's a couple who lives in the United States and that couple wants to adjust their status, I basically work with them, by working with them to help them navigate the system for their green card. Right? Going on, if the situation gets bad, right? And when I say situation gets bad, if they're married and, for example, a spouse becomes abusive,
right,
and they no longer want to petition for this family member, their spouse, right? If they're a green card holder or they're a US citizen, I basically work with these individuals who are being abused, basically to empower them to regain their independence, George, by filing a VAWA self-petition for them. Yes. So this is basically saying that you don't need your abuser to file your green card.
Right.
And this is something that we need to spread awareness on, George. A lot of individuals are here, they're married, and their spouse hold this green card their immigration situation over their heads.
Over the head, yes.
Yes. So with this VAWA self-petition process, it's like hope for them.
Yes.
It's empowerment. And this is where I come in to advocate for these individuals who basically don't have a voice.
Right.
They don't know where to go, where to look, because they're so scared, right? They don't really understand the system and know their rights. Because even though they're undocumented and they're being abused, there is a law out there that protects them. And that is called the VAWA. This is Violence Against Women Act.
Yes.
But even though it says violence against women, it protects both men and women.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Yes.
And that basically, allows you to self-petition, you say?
Yes. Once you could prove the relationship, if you're a spouse, you got to prove, George, that you went into this relationship, into this marriage for love. You
Right.
have a bona fide relationship, and you
Right.
basically didn't enter into this relationship for, to circumvent immigration laws. You love this person, you dated, you fell in love, you dated, and you have a bona fide marriage. But for somehow something happened and the spouse no longer wants to play their role in supporting you and helping you to get your situation, sorted by getting your green card.
Right.
Yes.
So you have marriage-based green card,
Yes.
VAWA application, which is
Yes.
very, very interesting.
Yes.
And I urge our many viewers that's watching right now and just got married or thinking about getting married. You are planning that wedding, and it have to be for love and no setup thing. We have to echo that.
Yes.
You have to be legit,
Gotta be bona fide.
bona fide love. Okay, you give her, Sophia, a call. No, what I love about this whole IMI law setup, immigration and IMI tax setup, is that you're having a symposium on November 18th to give more information to the people about the services. Tell us about that.
Yes. So on November 18th, that's this Saturday, November 18th, 2023, I'm hosting an information session in Queens, New York, where we're going to be talking about immigration and taxes and how they connect, how they blend. It's like rice and peas, right? If you're cooking rice and peas, you're cooking rice and peas. So that's immigration and taxes. They go together.
IMI tax.
Right? IMI tax. Yes. If you are a U.S. citizen, well, if you're a green card holder and you want to file your U.S. citizenship, you better be filing your taxes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So if you're adjusting your status, your petitioner has to prove that they can financially support you. And how are you going to show that? You have to show your tax returns, right? So there's no immigration without taxes.
Exactly.
So this session come this Saturday, November 18th, we're going to be talking about immigration and taxes. Junior, I'm going to be shedding light on VAWA. I want to spread awareness on this. Also, when I mention VAWA of individuals that are here that are basically going to start the process, what about individuals who have their 2-year green cards and they want to remove conditions, but their spouse no longer want to be a part of that situation? I work with that individual as well to ensure that they can remove those conditions without that spouse. Right?
Absolutely.
All of this information will be shared at this session. Now it's going to be, George, at 227-12
Yes.
Merrick Boulevard, and this is in Jamaica, Queens, New York. And we're starting at 4 p.m. sharp, and we're going to run until about 8 p.m. So we could accommodate individuals coming from work late. It's a free session, and we're going to be having refreshments for our guests as well.
Absolutely. So it's IMI tax, immigration and taxes. It goes together like hand and gloves. It goes together like peas and rice.
Peas and rice.
All right, it's at 100 Suits, 227. It's at 12A Merrick Boulevard. We're going to put the information and the direction right in this chat. I want you guys to check it out. You have to. It's a necessity that you check this out. Give them some information of contact where they could reach you.
Yes. So my direct contact is 646-407-5253. To repeat, 646-407-5253.
Absolutely. Thank you, Boss Lady Sophie.
Yes.
Naava, taxes and immigration services. And of course, check out the IMI tax this Saturday, 18th.
IMI tax link up.
IMI tax link up. Come on, link up. I'll try to pass by as well. Schumacher is in the place. Thank you so much. We appreciate your information and your time.
Thank you so much for having me, Junior. Enjoy the rest of your evening, okay?
Thank you.